Yeah. As you guys can tell, I was really looking forward to this one. Anyway, hey there guys, what's up? It's Auto about Mike 18 here with another movie review. Guys, what can I say? The last couple days have been torture for me. Oh my goodness, I was looking forward to this movie so much. I couldn't wait to see it today. And it felt like everyone around me had already seen it. Like everyone was getting advanced screenings, and countries outside the US have been, I've seen it like 2 weeks ago. And it was killing me to finally get a chance to see this movie. And I'm so glad I got to see it today, opening day. I'm going to completely freak out and have a nerdgasm in this video, by the way, guys. But with that being said, guys, in this video, I am going to be reviewing the new Marvel film that just hit theaters, the sequel to Captain America, the First Avenger. That's right, it's Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Oh my goodness, guys. If you watched my most highly anticipated movies of 2014, you guys know that I put this on my top 5 list. So you guys know I was really looking forward to seeing this movie. You guys know me. You've been watching my reviews. I am a huge die-hard fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the Avengers movies. I love all of them. I'm a huge superhero film fan. I love comic book movies. I'm a big nerd, as you guys can tell. So I was really anticipating Captain America, the Winter Soldier. And as you guys can tell, yeah, I really enjoyed the first Captain America. I mean, I thought it was great. That's actually one of my favorite films of Phase 1 of the Avengers. I really enjoyed that movie. I thought it was a great setup to Captain America. But now we have the sequel, which just blows that right out of the water. But anyway, guys, after having seen Captain America, the Winter Soldier Day, I went to my theater opening day, packed theater. I went with my brother. We had such a fun time watching it. And what can I say, guys? Captain America, the Winter Soldier was insane. I loved almost every single thing about this movie, guys. It's so far my favorite film of 2014. I know it's early in the year, but so far it's my favorite. And it's also one of my favorite Marvel movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's right up there with the Avengers. My goodness, I love this movie. Alright guys, so I want to get right into the discussion, the review. I am going to talk about the plot, and then I'm going to talk about what I liked about the movie later on. But right now, let's get into the plot. And yeah, as you can tell, the reviews started coming in, and the trailers and everything just looked so cool, and it just built up my anticipation for this movie. And now, as for the story for Captain America, the Winter Soldier, the movie basically is set about a year or 2 years after the events of the Avengers, and of course, this focuses on Captain America. We had Iron Man's story after the Avengers and Iron Man 3, and we got to see what happened to Thor after the Avengers in Thor the Dark World. Now we get to see what's going on with Captain America. So Captain America, aka Steve Rogers, played by Chris Evans, has moved to Washington, D.C., he's got his own apartment, and, he's kind of living his own life now, away from the Avengers, but he's still connected to S.H.I.E.L.D. So this is not only a Captain America movie, but this movie also really focuses a lot on S.H.I.E.L.D. because Captain America is working with S.H.I.E.L.D. He's going on missions with them, to do whatever is necessary, protect the world from threats. That's what Captain America is all about. And basically, guys, the movie not only focuses a lot on Captain America, but it also focuses a lot on S.H.I.E.L.D. because they play a major role in this movie that I don't want to spoil. But as Captain America, is working with S.H.I.E.L.D., he's still not really trusting them 100%, as you can tell in what happened in the Avengers. I'm not going to get into it. But at some point in the film, Captain America comes face to face with a brand new villain who is a very fierce opponent for him. A huge threat, not only to him, but also to S.H.I.E.L.D. and to the entire rest of the world. And this villain's name is the Winter Soldier. And in order to take down the Winter Soldier, Captain America has to team up with Black Widow, Nick Fury, and Falcon, played by Anthony Mackie, in order to take down the Winter Soldier. Now guys, that is a very basic summary of the plot. And I know it may sound a little bland, just Captain America, oh, he's just got to take on a new villain, oh, that's it? A lot of you may be saying that. But trust me guys, there is a much deeper storyline going on in this movie. And the reason why I didn't say it is because I don't want to spoil it. Excuse me guys, I will have to take water breaks because I'm still trying to get my voice back from the flu I had 2 weeks ago. But anyway, guys, yeah, so that's what's going on in this movie, and I would spoil it, but this is a spoiler-free review, so that's why I don't want to give anything away. I may do a spoiler-free review in the next few days. I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure yet. But anyway, so yeah, that's basically the plot behind Captain America: The Winter Soldier. And before I talk about the cast, I really enjoy two things about this movie, which is why I have such, an interest in this movie and why it entertained me so much and why it sucked me in and made me fall in love with this movie. There's really two reasons. Number one, all the connections and references it made to Captain America, the First Avenger, and to the Avengers. This movie ties in excellently in terms of the story to the first Captain America and also to the Avengers. It's not only a sequel to Captain America, the First Avenger, but it's also a sequel to the Avengers, essentially, because of everything that's going on with S.H.I.E.L.D. And it's also a definite setup, a prequel to Avengers 2: Age of Ultron, without a doubt. So that's one reason why I love the movie. The references and everything that tied together so well was excellent. The story just worked for this movie in comparison with the first Captain America. And then the other thing I loved about this movie is that it wasn't just a comic book movie and a superhero film. It definitely is that. You can categorize it as that. But it's much more than that. Captain America: The Winter Soldier works excellently as a thriller. And I know that may be surprising to many of you to hear me say that this movie is a thriller, but it is. A lot of people have been saying it's a political thriller, and it really is. It's got the tension to it. It's got a lot of suspenseful scenes, not only suspenseful action scenes, but a lot of other intense moments in the movie, that really just kept me on the edge of my seat and made my jaw drop in several scenes and made me, completely fanboy out, and that's why I love this movie so much. Anyway, guys, moving on. Real quickly, getting into the cast. We have an all-star cast for this movie. Of course, at the helm is Chris Evans as Captain America, backport playing the lead role. Chris Evans is great. I don't even have to get into it. Of course, carries this movie. We saw him do that in the first Captain America. He can definitely carry his own movie, hands down. And then, of course, we have Scarlett Johansson back as Black Widow. It's always great to see Scarlett Johansson on the big screen. L.Jackson back as Nick Fury. It's Sam Jackson as Nick Fury. And they do a lot of interesting things with his character in this movie that I really liked. And Sam Jackson is always great. And then we had a lot of new additions. We have Anthony Mackie as Falcon. Man, I loved Anthony Mackie in this movie. He not only had great chemistry with Chris Evans, but I just loved his character. And his character didn't feel, useless, like a waste of space. He was actually very crucial to the story. And they gave his character a lot of depth, and they definitely fully developed all the characters in this movie. And that's one thing I loved about the writing. But, yeah, Falcon was great. Anthony Mackie was great. Of course, Robert Redford playing Alexander Pierce. Very important character in the movie. He was great. You had Sebastian Stan playing the Winter Soldier. I really don't want to say anything about the Winter Soldier, but he was great, even though he really doesn't say anything. He's very mysterious and withdrawn. He's very quiet and dark. I really like that about the villain. And then, of course, you have a few other characters coming back. You have Colby Smulders playing Agent Maria Hill, and then you have another new addition, Frank Grillo, playing a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. So the cast was great in this movie, guys. Really a star-studded cast, and I loved them. I loved all these actors, but the characters and the character development, like I said, was great. Not one character felt useless or unnecessary, and that's what I loved about this movie. Moving on, guys, I think it's time to give my rating. Don't worry, I have a lot of other positive things I need to discuss about this film. I'm going high, guys. This is one of my favorite, not only one of my favorite Marvel movies, it's up there with the Avengers for my favorite Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. I don't know if it's better than Iron Man, but without a doubt, it's a superior sequel to the first Captain America. So I'm going high, guys. I'm going way up there. I can't go all the way, but I'm going to go 9.5 out of 10 for Captain America: The Winter Soldier. That is a solid A grade for me. I love this movie, guys. Not only did I like this movie for what it was, but I like this movie so much because of not just how entertaining, how much fun I had in the movie, how much I was on the edge of my seat throughout the movie because of how intense the movie was, how great a thriller it was. Excuse me, guys. That is why I love Captain America the Winter Soldier. But anyway, getting into the things I liked about this movie, I'm just getting started here, guys. The film is directed by Kevin and Joe Russo, who I thought did a great job. The cinematography was great, except for one little nitpick I have, which I'll get into later. But yeah, it was very well directed, well shot overall. You could tell it's definitely directed by, different guys, comparing it to Thor the Dark World or Iron Man 3 or even the Avengers. Because, you got different directors, but that's fine. Like I said, the performances were all great. The cast was great. Every character felt relevant and important. They were all filled with a great amount of depth that I really liked. They were detrimental. All of them were detrimental to the story. Getting to the story and the screenplay, which was what I love so much about this movie. The story was so well written. It was serious at sometimes. It was bold. It was, daring. It was very ambitious. It was funny. There were a few comical scenes in this movie. It got a couple chuckles out of me. And not only is it very, entertaining and, like I said, comical and serious in that way, but it's also, like I said earlier, very intense and suspenseful because it works as a thriller, and that's why I love the screenplay. This movie is filled with a ton of plot twists that I really enjoyed. Like I said, a lot of jaw-dropping scenes, and that is why Captain America the Winter Soldier was such a success for me. That's why I love this movie as much as I did. So yeah, the screenplay was great. The story was great. The score by Henry Jackman was fantastic. Great composer there. The action scenes, oh my goodness, this is some of the best action out of any of the Marvel Cinematic Universe films. It's just really gritty, there's a lot of hand-to-hand combat, between Cap and the Winter Soldier, and, a lot of Falcon scenes where he's flying around in the air in the end of the movie, and he's trying to, take down the main conflict. It was just so awesome. The action was insane in this one. One of the best action movies in regards to all the Marvel Cinematic films, without a doubt, goes to Winter Soldier. Wow, the action scenes were just great. They were intense. They were, I'll get into how they were filmed, but, what was I going to say? Wow, I completely went blank because I just love this movie so much. The visual effects were great. The scenes, like I said, with Falcon flying around, the shots of the Helicarrier, all that. Visuals were outstanding. A few other things, as I said, I loved how this movie tied into Captain America 1 and to the Avengers. I loved all that about the movie. I loved how it had the humorous side to it. I thought the ending was great. This movie is definitely a huge setup to Age of Ultron, and I cannot wait for that movie. Stan Lee's cameo was great, and the post-credit scenes were fantastic. One of them in particular, my jaw dropped. I was like, holy crap, I did not see that coming. So definitely stay to the end for both post-credit scenes. They were so worth it. And that's really everything I loved about this movie. It is just such a great superhero comic book film, but it also works really well as a thriller, and that's why I love thrillers. That's why I love this movie so much. And I've never seen a superhero movie do that before, go into the thriller genre, and that's why Captain America succeeded, in my opinion. Great, really intense story, well edited. I love this movie, guys. Getting into the cons, I really only have one problem with the movie, and that really involves how some of the action scenes were filmed. I'm not saying they were filmed poorly, but a few of them were a little unsteady and a little shaky. Just a few in the beginning. The ending action scenes were filmed very well, but a few in the beginning. There's an early action scene in the movie I thought really wasn't filmed that well, a little too unsteady. Other than that, apart from a few plot conveniences and a few, like a few little plot gaps or a plot hole here and there, I let go of all those, a few little errors with the plot because of how much fun I have with this movie. And in the end, that's why I love Captain America the Winter Soldier as much as I did. Because it is such a fun, entertaining, engaging, intense movie. And that's why I loved it. And I give it my highest recommendation, guys. Like I said, 9.5 out of 10. It was also a lot more violent than the first Captain America, which I actually did enjoy. Definitely add to my enjoyment. Definitely highest recommendation, guys. Go see it this weekend, opening weekend. Give this movie your money. It is so good. I cannot wait to pick it up on Blu-ray, guys. I loved it. As soon as I finished watching it, I wanted to see it again. Like the guys who were cleaning up the theater, and after the post-credit scenes, I was sitting there and I was like, I don't want to leave. I want to sit here and watch the next showing. It was that good. I loved everything about it, guys. 9.5 out of 10. highest recommendation. Definitely check it out. So guys, if you did see Captain America the Winter Soldier already, let me know what you thought of it down below. What did you think of the ending, the post-credit scenes, everything? Let me know down below. And thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I hope you enjoyed the movie. Bye, guys.